What's in a flagship phone in 2020? Chances are a bucket load of tech that costs a heap of money. Case in point, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus, the iPhone 11 Pro, the Huawei P40 Pro, and even OnePlus's 8 Pro, which now sees prices start to creep up beyond the $1,000 mark. Now, there's nothing against these new blowers. In fact, they are all very good at what they do. But what of the person who doesn't have a spare grand burning a hole in their bank account? What of the person who wants a phone that doesn't require bringing along an extra shoulder bag to cart it around with you? And what about the person who just wants a really good phone to be, you know, a good phone? Well, here's the answer. Enter the iPhone SE for 2020. Apple has upgraded its SE, which is rumored to stand for Special Edition this year, upgrading just about everything under its familiar looking hood. Yes, the iPhone SE looks a lot like the iPhone 8. In fact, it looks exactly like an iPhone 8, save for the black bezels on the front of the device. Now that's because it is an iPhone 8 in design. Anyway, fortunately, Apple has upgraded just about everything else, from the same blazing fast A13 Bionic processor to the camera and the video to storage, and this really is the most important, the price. So what do you get for your money? The build is solid. I mean, this is an Apple device we're talking about after all, with a 4.7-inch LCD screen. Now the screen is good too. And for everyone who thinks it's a tad small, there will be someone else who hates the fact that all phones these days start at 6 inches and upwards. On the front, you also get a home button with a built-in fingerprint reader. Now, Apple has spent some time upgrading the camera this time around with a 12-megapixel snapper on the back and a front-facing 7-megapixel selfie camera. Now, considering the price of this camera, images are fantastic. In bright conditions, images are detailed with punchy colors. It also comes with a portrait mode, letting you get buttery bokeh images via either the front or the back cameras. Video too is really good, especially considering the iPhone SE can record in 4K at 60 frames per second, and don't forget, it also has optical image stabilization. Okay, so now let's talk about the trade-offs, because no phone that costs less than half of many of this year's flagships can ever really compete, right? Well, not exactly. So this phone was never built to go head-to-head with the likes of the iPhone 11 Pro. It doesn't have the multi-camera sensor, it doesn't have a posh OLED screen, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this is a very solid smartphone that most people will just see as a smaller but upgraded iPhone. And that really is the key here, because if you want a new smartphone, or to be precise, you want a new iPhone, but you don't want to spend $1,000 or more, then the iPhone SE isn't just a good upgrade, it's a great one.